Good morning, class. How are you all? Hope you all are fit and fine at home. Okay, so let's start today's computer class. Today I'm going to revise the topics that I covered in Zoom classes because chapter 7 is completed and I'm revising the topics which were left in the videos, and those who have not attended Zoom class, they can watch and they can do practice of the things at home. Okay, so I'm starting with the topic text selection, because in previous classes I explained you about page orientation and I explained about how we can navigate in a document. Navigate means if you want to move around the text and document, so that is called navigation. So for navigation we move cursor. So for moving cursor in a document we can use up, down, left and right arrow keys. Okay, and I told you about some shortcut keys also that we can use for navigating in the document. And we can scroll in documents using mouse. If we have multiple pages in our document, so we can scroll using mouse. Okay, and we can use some features which are given in writer, like undo and redo we can use. Okay, like if you want to make changes in a document, if you insert anything and all of a sudden you need that, no, you don't want to insert it, so you can just press undo. If you will press undo, so you will go one step behind, one step back you will go, and redo it repeats the take you one step ahead whatever you have done, so it takes you one step ahead. Redo you can use after using undo, because unless until you don't have any step to go forward, so you can't use redo. Okay, so yes, come to the point, text selection. Text selection is very important part of text editing. While editing the document, a number of times we need to select the text. If you want to copy the text, so first you have to select the text. If you want to delete it, so you have to select. If you want to move it, so first you have to select, because these all are the part of editing in a document. Okay, so there are many shortcut keys that we can use for selecting text, as you all can see in this table here. Okay, although we can select the text just using the mouse only, you can select it. Okay, but there are some shortcut keys also, like if you want to select one character to the right, so the shortcut key is shift plus the right arrow key. Okay, so next is, if you want to select one character to the left means wherever your cursor is blinking at that time, from that position. If you want to select right, so you will press shift plus right arrow key, and if you want to select the left character, so you will press shift plus left arrow key. Okay, and to go to the end of the word, if you want to go at the end of any word where your cursor is, so you can press shift plus control plus right arrow key. If you want to select the word from the beginning where your mouse cursor is, so you can press shift plus control plus left arrow key. And to go to at the end of the line, suppose you have 10 lines in your documents and your cursor is blinking on the first line, so as you will press shift plus end key, so you will reach at the last of that first line. And if you will press shift plus home key, so you will reach at the beginning of that line. Okay, for moving down in a line, just keep pressing shift plus down arrow key, as you will just press the shift plus down arrow key, so line by line the whole text will get selected line by line. Okay, if you will press if you want to select the text upwards in a document, so you can press shift plus up arrow key. Okay, so these all many other keys are also given here, like if you want to reach at the end of the paragraph, so you can press control plus shift plus down arrow key, means here you will press control key plus shift key. As you will press shift plus down, so you will go at the shift plus left or right, so you will go at the start and line of the start and beginning of the line only, but if you will press control plus shift plus down arrow key, so you will reach at the end of paragraph, and as you will press control plus shift plus up arrow, so you will reach at the your text will be selected from the beginning of the paragraph. Okay, next if you want one screen down, so you can press shift plus page down key that you will found on a keyboard. So you can press shift plus page down arrow key, so the whole text of this page and the next page will be selected. One screen up means one page up you want to select, so you can press shift plus page up key. And to the beginning of the document, if you want to select the text from the beginning of the document, wherever your cursor is at the time, so you can press control plus shift plus home key, so the text from the beginning till the position where your mouse is will be selected. Okay, and at the last, if you want to select the whole text, whatever you have written in your document, if you want to select the whole text, so just press control plus a shortcut key. As you will press control plus a shortcut key, so the whole text, the entire text will be selected, it will be selected. Okay, then you can do any operation on it. Operation means what you can do, you can copy the selected text. Okay, I hope you all knows the method that how to copy the text. It is same as we copied in MS Word. Like we have many options, like either you can right click or you can choose copy option from the drop down menu, or you can go to edit menu and you can choose copy option from there. Okay, so after copying, we can paste the text anywhere wherever we want. Okay, so whenever we copy the text, so it remain at the source position from where you copied, and it is also pasted to the destination where you pasted, so it remains same at both the position. But if you want to move the text, moving means you want to change its location in the document. Okay, not only text, we will follow the same procedure for moving images and everything whatever you have inserted in your document. So we will follow the same procedure of copying, pasting and moving in a document. So for moving the text, you will choose the cut option. So as you will choose cut option from, either you can choose it from the drop down menu by right clicking, or you can choose the cut option from the edit menu. So as you will choose cut option, so the text, it will be deleted from the position from where you have selected, and it will be pasted wherever you will paste it. So for copying and pasting, we have two options, and we have actually three. We can use shortcut keys also. Okay, so first is right click and then choose option from the drop down menu. You will find all three options: cut, copy and paste. And you can choose all these three options from the edit menu also. And you can use shortcut keys, like for copy the shortcut key is control plus C, for pasting the shortcut key is control plus V, and for cut the shortcut key is control plus X. Okay, now come to the next point, deleting the text. So you can delete the text just by select the text and press delete key from the keyboard, or you can press backspace key from the keyboard, or you can what you can do, you can choose simple cut option also. Okay, next is formatting a document. Okay, lots of point I have explained you about formatting a document. So you all know that for formatting a document means, if we are talking about formatting a document, so means we are making general arrangement of the text in a document. If you are doing any changes in the appearance of the text, if you are making any changes in the appearance of your document, so you are formatting a document. So what we can do, we can format our text, and we can make different kinds of changes in our text. Like you can format a character. Okay, for formatting a character, character means font if you want to format a font, or character means a single alphabet if you want to format. So for this you have to click on the format menu. First you will click on the format menu, there you will find the option of character, and then this character formatting dialog box will appear. So from here you can choose font. Okay, so character means what is a character? Actually it's a text now. Means if we are talking about a word, so there are many characters in a word, है ना. So if we are talking about a word or character or font, so it means for the same. Okay, so same formatting we can apply. You can change font name, you can change font type, you can change font size from this dialog box, and you will find many other tabs also. You can apply many effects like blink effect you can apply on the text. You can change background of the text. Okay, so from this dialog box you can choose any format that you want. Okay, and like you can make your text bold, italic, underline also, you know. There are many shortcut keys that you also remember, like for making the text bold and italic. For bold you can press Ctrl plus B, for italic you can press Ctrl plus I, for underlining the word you can choose Ctrl plus U, shortcut keys. Okay, so this is about the formatting of the text or character. It is same. Okay, now next important point is if you want to change the case. Case means you all knows na ki whenever we are writing in English, so we can change the case of the text. We can make it upper case, we can make it lower case, and there are some other cases like upper case. You all knows means all the letters will be in capital letters, and the lower case all the letters will be in small letters. Title case, in the title case you will find first letter of each word in capital, like this T is capital here, in is I is capital here, in sample S is capital here, in text T is capital here. So this is called the title case. Next, fourth type of text is small capitals. Small capitals means your small capitals means in this format you will find all the characters in capital, but the first capital letter will be little larger than the rest of the word in a text. Okay, so all these types we can change just by clicking on the format menu. First you will click on format menu, and then you will click on change case option, and then you will choose any case that you want. Okay, first you will select the text, and then you will click on the format menu, and then you will click on the change case option. Okay, so the change case, the character dialog box will appear, and from there you can change any case. Okay, next is changing font and text color. So it is same. First select the text and then click on format menu and character option. There you will find the option for changing the color of your font. See, in the character formatting box you will find all the options. Either you are making change in the appearance of the text, you are increasing size, you are changing style, you are changing type, you are changing color. Okay, and the shortcut for changing the color of the text you will find in the standard toolbar also. Okay, next option we have for changing the color is the format paintbrush. Okay, format paintbrush option you will find at the standard toolbar here. Okay, you will find a kind of a brush there. So as you will click here, so you have to choose the color, and you just have to click on the text where you want to apply the color. So you will select this brush and color you will select, and then wherever you will use that brush, just so the color will be changed there. Okay, okay, and next part I explained you number of times in Zoom classes also, and in previous video also I have explained about this topic is the paragraph formatting. So I explained you about alignment, Okay, so there are 4 types of alignment. Alignments refers to the position of the text in our document, and if we are talking about paragraph, so the position of the text in our paragraph is called the paragraph alignment. So basically we align the text only. Okay, so same type of alignment types are there, like we can align the text in a paragraph left. Okay, so which is align the text from the starting of the left margin, and if we will align it center, to align a paragraph in a center in a desired manner, first we have to select the paragraph and then we will choose the center alignment option from this standard formatting toolbar. Okay, and we can arrange the text. See, in centered alignment what happened, the text is evenly spreaded to the left and right position from the center. Okay, so your line will start from the it will leave the same space to the left and right side of the page, and in right alignment you will find your text will look like this. So all the lines will be ended at the same position, and the starting position from the left it will be varied. And in justified align, it is the ideal kind of alignment that we should use while writing paragraph. So in this the starting and the ending position of each line is same from the left and right from both the positions. Okay, and for formatting the paragraph, what we have to do, we have to click on the format menu and then you will choose the paragraph option. So this dialog box will appear. From here you can change alignment, you can change indent, and you can change line space. Everything you can choose from this dialog box. And preview you will find here. You can see the preview of your selected format. From this you can see that how your text will be aligned or how it will look like. Okay, indentation I have explained in the second class of the chapter. Okay, so I'm not going to revise it anymore. If you have doubts, so you can ask it. Okay, about line spacing I have explained you about, and in what I want to repeat in this class is setting up headers and footers, because it is very important topic that, and you should all know that what is a header and footer. So first of all you need to understand that what is the meaning of header and footer. Header means, if header and footer are the text, or it may be any graphic, it can be any, you can use any graphic also, which is inserted at the top, at the bottom of the page respectively. Means if you are making any text at the top of the page, so it is called header, and if you are inserting like page number or chapter name or anything you are inserting at the bottom, so it is called the footer part. As in your books you all can observe here that this text you will find same on each page. The name of the chapter you will find on each page, and page number you will find. So this part is called the header part, and at the bottom of the page you will find the page number. Okay, like here it is not given, but in many books you can see page number is given at the bottom of the page. So that is called the footer part. So because whenever we create any document, so obviously we will having multiple pages, and if you want to give any heading at the top of each page, so you can use it by header automatically. If you will insert it on a one page, so automatically it will be inserted on rest of the pages automatically. Okay, same with footers also. Okay, and how we will be inserting headers and footers? So for this what you have to do, first you will click on the insert menu, and there you will find the option for inserting headers, and see here you will click on the format menu. So this type of drop down will appear. From here you can choose header and footer option. Okay, and if you will click on default, so automatically the headers and footers will be inserted. And if you will click on the page style, as you will click on the default option, so this type of window will appear. So from here you can choose any type of header, you can select margins. Okay, and for footer you will click on this footer option. Okay, and just click on OK. Automatically header and footer will be inserted in your document. Okay, so this is how we can insert header and footers. You can use according to you. Okay, at the last you can use borders in your document. So for this you have to click on the format menu, and you will choose page option there. From there So this dialog box will appear, page style dialog box. So from here you can choose borders. Okay, there you will also find the option of header footer, so you can insert header footer from this box also. Okay, so now the whole explanation is completed. Now you will complete the exercise part of this chapter. Fill in the blanks part in there, and some true and false are there. So you will complete this part. See you in the next class. Bye.